Okay, now I'm going to talk about the use of like psychedelics for advancing spiritually. Um, and what I would first say, I would not use anything artificial. I would only use natural um, from Mother Nature, the mushrooms, the ayahuasca, those type of things, with guidance, with those that are already on that little higher level that can guide you through it. Because what happens is you get opened up too very quickly, and maybe sometimes it's too quickly, because I really trust um, my own higher self, or what life is guiding me into. I get so many spiritual awakenings just from daily life. Gardening gives me amazing spiritual awakenings. When I'm trying to weed, this is an example, I'm trying to weed out my vegetable patches, and those darn grass roots get in there, and they're so deep and they're so invasive and they're so, like, you really can't get down and pull them out to get rid of them. That made me realize how strong and powerful grassroots movements are. People who, um, you know, access their inner truth and go with that. You can't remove it. You can't. So that's an example of just a natural life thing, but it's because I keep a meditative Zen mentality, which I think some of these, drugs, plant medicines, I'm going to work with only, because I wouldn't suggest anything else but plant medicines. They help you remove all these distorted monkey mind stuff that is keeping you distracted from real life, where you're learning through real life. And I just tell you, so many people I know have been talking about, oh, you've got to try this, ayahuasca, or these plant medicine things. And so I did a weekend where I tried some of the natural medicines with highly qualified people there. And the focus was inner mastery. It wasn't like just feeling a high. It was really about getting into your spiritual awakening awareness and the inner mastery of yourself. And when I tried the ayahuasca, I didn't feel anything different than what I feel normally in my meditative state, in my meditation. So, you can pull yourself up to that higher vibration where you're at the level of those psychedelics that, it doesn't matter whether you take them or you don't, you're the same, really. So that's what we really want to go to, is bring ourselves up to that level constantly, being in a constant high, if you want to say, of this peace and this joy and this connectivity to what's true and what's real. So what we have to do is really filter out that which is not true. And that's where these kind of medications can immediately do that, immediately go to the part of, kind of, I guess they numb the part of your brains that is the monkey mind that creates these untruths, or that accepts or takes in the influence of all this untruth stuff, so that you can really access your truth. But you can do that disciplined within yourself by paying attention to your emotions. When you feel any kind of anxiety or distress, dis-ease, know that there is toxic thoughts, toxic things that are coming into you. It can be also toxic foods, right? So you want to identify what those toxins are and purify yourself from that, so that you connect into who you truly are, into the truth. And that is a place of peace and ease and expansiveness, a real feeling of being in the ecosystem of Mother Nature and Mother Earth, and just, it's that wonderful feeling that you feel in love, you know. It's just a peaceful ease thing. It's that mother's love of their infant child, you know, that kind of feeling, the oxytocin that happens when you're breastfeeding, or when you have this love feeling. This is the feeling we get with nature, when we are our true selves, and we are in our true ecosystem of being with nature. So basically, my answer to the question of working with psychedelics to enhance your spirituality is that you really listen within to what your inner calling is, and your truth is, where you feel peaceful with an answer to your own question. That's the route to go. Nobody knows but you. And when you are accessing that peace and calm, you're in your truth. And when you're out of it, it's about focusing to try to get back to your truth, to identify what is the piece that is diseased, that is untrue, that is a lie here, that is trying to influence me against my true self. And then you let go of that and you come back into your true self. So, blessings. Go forth in this day with blessings and knowing your true self.